Hey, John.
Hey, Bobby. How's it going?
Eh, you know, the usual.
Oh, you still feel depressed?
Yeah, I wasn't going to ask you this, but you know how I've approached you a couple times this month to talk about my problems?
Yeah, like 5 or 6 times?
Well, I feel bad that I keep talking to you about it. I feel like I'm becoming a toxic person to be around.
Don't worry about it, Bobby. Everyone goes through some rough times, right?
Yeah, that's true. So you think I'm toxic?
Bobby, why did you come here?
'Cause you asked me to hang out?
That's right, but more specifically, you came to me because you don't feel good and you want to escape from your problems.
I think escape's not the best word. I just want to go from this negative loop to a better one.
Now that's good. You should be actively trying to figure out how to get out of this current loop and into a better one. But it's a balance. The more you talk and think about your negativity, the more you're feeding it, and consequently, the larger it grows. At the same time, I don't think it's a bad idea to think about it, because if you just ignore it, then it'll just grow inside of you and sprout like a potato. And who wants that? The good thing is that negative states of mind are often just phases, and they come and go with time. So obviously, there must be a way out of this situation. But the path is just as unclear to me as it is to you.
So you don't want to talk about my problems right now? Because it's okay if you don't. We could just play video games or something.
Oh no, Bobby, please. I don't mind. We're friends, and that's what friends are for. What I'm trying to do is orient you towards a good direction so that you're well equipped to make the best choices when it comes to dealing with these negative loops, especially if you think you're toxic.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thanks for being there for me, man.
I just wish you'd stop being so negative all the time. Oh, I'm sad. I'm depressed. You know, it bums me out a lot and it kills the vibe.
Oh. Sorry.
Don't apologize. It's okay. I'm just worried for you, man. When you ask me this kind of advice a couple times, it's fine. It really is. But when you ask me this advice 6, going 7 times in the past month, I'd say our conversations are now less motivated by the idea of me helping you get out of these negative loops and more by the idea of me distracting you from them. Painkillers can be a useful crutch when you're recovering, but if you overuse them, then they can cause more harm than good.
Okay, so what should I do? After all, there's only so much I can do.
Bobby, all I'm saying is that lately all you've been doing is digging deeper and deeper. But is it worth it? Do you really feel you're gonna strike gold and figure out what the core of the problem is? Or are you just gonna get stuck in a hole so deep that you won't be able to get out of it? Even if you do strike gold and find that exact reason as to why you're feeling that way, do you really think that'll be enough to put a smile on your face and make you happy again? I'm sure you're smarter than that, Bobby. Don't forget that we are creatures of habit, and that most of our days are already automated away. And habits don't just apply to physical actions, they also apply to thoughts and ideas. The more often you think about something negative, the more likely you are to think negative things. In the end, you might unveil some kind of truth within yourself, some truth that'll make you happy for some period of time. But if the bulk of your habits are inherently negative and self-destructive, then you'll just get sucked back into your routine and find yourself back where you started. Except this time, with no gold.
Okay, I think I get it. But at the same time, I'm not saying any solution. How would I set myself up to get out of these negative loops if I can't even address the underlying problem?
That's not what I'm saying, Bobby. I'm not saying that you shouldn't look for gold. What I am saying is that it's a short-sighted objective, and that you should be working in parallel to figure out what habits you should adjust or replace in order to avoid falling back into these negative loops.
Okay, I think I get what you're saying now. Maybe I'll start exercising more. Maybe I'll start meditating.
Good. Now we're getting somewhere. These things may not work out for you, but I believe that the more proactive you are in trying new habits out, the higher chance you have of finding a good set of habits that will limit the amount of times you fall into these negative loops. I think you should be especially focused on getting rid of toxic habits and even people from your life. At least if you're in it for the long term.
Okay.
I find one of the habits that works best for me is the habit of appreciating people in my life. I appreciate you coming here and telling me your problems, Bobby. I especially like the act of appreciation because not only does it help promote healthy relationships, but the fact that it forces me to limit my negativity around people that I truly care about. And doing so proves to yourself that you truly appreciate the person. It proves that you don't value the person just as a wall that you bounce your ideas off of, but rather as a person with value. Do you care about me, Bobby?
Well, yeah, I think you're great, John.
That's good. I'm glad you're in my life, man. You want to play some video games?
Maybe.
Okay. What do you want to do then?
I don't know. Maybe I should just go home and think about what you said.
You're just gonna leave?
Yeah.
I'll see you later, man. Call me if you need to talk.
Okay.